these are some very well run routes in combination. Nicely designed, nicely run, and they're effective. So we want to see what went wrong. The Steelers are in quarters coverage with these two deep half-field safeties, slot corners in man. You see that Chris goes out and under our number one, and then that slot corner goes away to cover. You can see separation here between our number one receiver and their cornerback. And most notably, you can see the safety going away to cover Willie. So those two routes, the Willie route and the Mark Andrews route, do a nice job of putting both of these defenders in a bind. 29 is going to want to get under any kind of dig that Willie runs, but he still has to contend with Mark. The Steelers have sent 5. Mark runs this out, and he's wide open at this point. Wide open. The deep safety on that side is held by Willie's route. Thinking it might be vertical, but then he comes up to get the dig. You see Willie fall. Again, you see great separation here, both by Mark particularly, but also by the deep route, the vertical from the outside. And yeah, so you see guys really running a nice group of routes in concert and them being effective in getting them open. Right here, right here. Probably Willie's going to be open on this dig as well if he doesn't fall. Let's watch it from the other side. You can see Willie with a nice head fake here as part of, see that? How he gets open. And you can see just tremendous separation with Mark underneath. Lamar may be waiting on the dig that Willie's running, but he's got Mark wide open. And as we said, he's got that vertical. When he sees that safety come up to get to the dig, and he sees that slot corner go away. Part of the problem, of course, is pressure. Lamar does have a tendency right now, when he sees a flash, to pull the ball down. 98 coming on this stunt, and the ball comes down. Even though right there he's got a shot at Mark. He needs to step into that throw and hit Mark, assuming he sees Mark, which I am assuming that. Yeah, pressure is a big part of it here. You see Ronnie getting pressured back into Lamar. But I think Lamar is seeing that flash. That 98, the ball comes down. That's too soon. You know, he's got a chance to step in the pocket, sideways in the pocket if he needs to, or just step into that throw. Watch it from above. We're going to see Seth run shallow across the formation. And a nice combination here at the middle linebacker with Hayden and this drag by Seth. Here comes Seth. And the linebacker's going to come up to get the drag. Lamar, you want Lamar to see that and be on the same page as Hayden. Lamar tucks and runs there. Pretty good time in the pocket too. Now he picks up 5 or 6 yards, but you can see the game is still at times fast for him, or he's feeling pressure here. He wants to get out of the pocket just as soon as he sees grass. But you can see there's receivers open, notably Hayden on this. Yeah, you want them to be on the same page. You can see Hayden see that coverage go away, start to move across the field. Yeah, you want to see him make that throw to Hayden. If you look at it from above, you can see a couple other things. Seth runs this post, which is likely going to, its design is likely to hold this safety when he runs, but the safety bites. And I think in a perfect world, you want Lamar seeing a middle of the field open, because he's got separation, and if he wants it, he's got Chris on this post route. But he does. He takes off and runs, and he gets a pretty good gain. I don't remember, 6 or 7 here on first down. But I'm not sure that's ideal. This motion by Marquise really creates a favorable matchup. You can see Watt go to take him and 55 to stay with the tight end. But 26 here, his job before the ball is snapped is the running back. You can see him in a little bit of a bind as Hayden goes to that side of the field. Again, there's space that's cleared because of that motion. You can see it better perhaps from the other angle. 26 here. Just that last second motion creates just a little bit of confusion. You can see him with his eyes in the backfield on the back. As soon as he starts moving that way, of course he's done. And the Steelers don't make that exchange. Lamar makes a nice read, and that worked to perfection. That motion with Hayden crossing worked perfectly for the Ravens. We talked about how the Steelers handle motions in a previous video. They pass them off, and seldomly you see right here 55 is his assignment is the running back, and it's seldom that you see him kind of stay with that assignment once a team motions. You can see those assignments shift, and you can see the position of the linebackers as a result shifts. The Ravens are going to run off both linebackers with Justice Hill and with the tight end Nick Boyle, and they're going to run Marquise underneath. And that's as a result of film study. There's no question. So really well drawn up, a nice use of motion against how the Steelers handle motion. And yeah. Of course, the key issue is time. And it goes without saying, but I'll say it. The Ravens have to build something up front. And it has to be, the intent has to be to build something dominant and to protect him. Better, without pointing fingers particularly. It just needs to be better. Whatever sort of investment they need to make in the draft, in free agency, just got to build something that's sustainable and reliable. You can see Mark draws a ton of attention up underneath here. 23, the safety here, stops his feet. 55 comes up to get him. That's really the intent of the play. Lamar's going to want Marquise here. That's really what's being drawn up. Once 55 comes up, he understands that. But I think he tucks the ball a little early here. Could he have shifted in the pocket? Could he have just stood tall and potentially taken this hit and delivered this football? I'll go back to the issue of time. If he's got just a tick more, of course he's going to deliver this football. And there's a good chance with that kind of breakaway speed, Marquise is going to split these two and perhaps get to the corner and score here. I like what this play shows us about Lamar Jackson. It's very minimal gain. It's 2 yards. I think it was 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 12, something like that. So nothing to write home about in terms of the outcome of the play. But we see Lamar reading right to left, very calmly going through his reads. First, he's going to check the tight end. Then he's going to read the linebacker to see what kind of space he has for Ingram, the other mark here. Does a good job stepping up in the pocket. And again, going through his reads. 1, 2, 3, right to left. Gets rid of the football. Nice throw across the field. Nothing to write home about. 2 yards. But very calmly going through his reads, doing a good job stepping up in the pocket.